Hello everyone, my name is SiC and welcome back to Humankind. So today we are finally at a peaceful place. We are no longer at war with our neighbors. We've actually gotten some extra territories, which is great. We've gotten up to 3 cities. Of course, this is going to be contentious for the AI because they really want these territories back. So they're going to hate us. They're going to come back and yeah, they're not going to want to let this go. They're going to fight us over these terrains, or these terrain areas, tiles, provinces. Not sure what to call it at this point anymore, but you know what I mean. Anyway, let's get the show on the road. The Huns reached the medieval era with the Aztecs. Alright, so they're quite... Ooh, hold on. They're going back to war. Never mind that peaceful place, I guess. Their war support is quite low, however, only at 50, so they don't have a lot. Let's see, the Huns reached the medieval era with the Aztecs. Alright, so they are 1 era star ahead of me, and we are actually in 4th place in terms of fame. Now, the AI actually is super crazy in how they scout the terrain, how they get the benefits. Apparently they know about all the discoveries in the area that you can make, and they just make a beeline straight for them. So they just get a massive bonus all the time. So in reality they can make dumb decisions, but in terms of scouting they're near perfect. So you can see them gaining fame super fast. Anyway, religious conversion started. Alright, so our religion is doing well. It is pressuring everyone around us. It would be nice, I guess, to keep up that pressure.
I have a quick temper, and you have triggered it. To arms!
I defy you. You are my new favorite hobby.
Alright, they favor the use of military power to reach their goals, yeah. They want to expand a lot. So we're immediately back to war. They want this territory. They're going to probably get rid of this one. Just pillage it, I guess. But we have an army group of 4. We have immortals and we have scout riders. So we need an army group that can deal with that. So now we've got some guys that are healing up. And unfortunately we don't have access to iron yet. But we do have iron in this area. Now we have quite a fair amount of money, so it would be good actually to switch these out, pay that price to have access to the iron immediately, and then we could upgrade him into swordsman, and that heals him as well, so that is really good. We have a chariot, which is probably not going to be good against the immortals because they have spears. They're anti-cavalry, yeah, so we're not taking them. Or we're taking them in a separate army anyway. They're moving over into that army. And I guess, well, we need the frontline units is the problem. We have a bunch of javelineers. Yeah. Now, I guess we're taking this guy after all, and then these guys are going to have to move over here. We're going to take the high ground, so that's good. And we're going to position this group to act as support. And then we're going to have to try to get these guys to these cities of ours to start producing some more army units. We also need food, however. Doing okay on stability. But I think at this point, swordsman would be something we would really need to build. Actually, we can buy out one of the swordsmen. And that would be better. And then we can continue with the harbor, because we do need the food. Just need to go back over here to this territory and occupy our choke points, I guess. It's a very warlike campaign that we've got so far. Yeah, it does seem changed from the open betas, and like I said, now they have pretty much perfect information, which is not exactly fair. The Greeks reached the medieval era with the Ghanaians. Alright. Now we are at an advantage here, and actually Assur is part of this battle, so we can get reinforcements. We got noble javelineers, we get swordsmen. They will come in from 2 different areas, however, but we will enter a manual battle. I just really wish, yeah, we need to switch out the swordsmen. I guess these guys need to go up here and occupy the high ground, and then these guys can go over here. And now let's see. They're going to attack first because they're the aggressors in this situation. And of course they're going to go for the horsemen first, that makes sense. Ooh, that's not nice. We do get fortification bonuses because we're in the city here actually, which is really nice. Overall though, we're just going to have to be on the defensive again, but this army unit is definitely having to go. We're getting the swordsman up here, which actually we can go around the back, occupy the high ground and attack these guys into the rear, which is really good. And attack into them from both sides, wipe out that unit entirely. These guys can throw some poison spears. That takes away an action point of them, or some action anyway. Let's see. Applies a poison status to the target, which reduces its movement speed and attack range. Alright, so that's, yeah, not exactly what I said that it does, but close, I guess. Yeah, we're not using this unit to attack. We're retreating them because we're going to lose it if we don't. Let's see, we can move this guy around the back. I guess that is not exactly great. We should have moved him into the city. I was thinking high ground support, but it looks like we're still on the low ground actually, so overall that is pretty damn terrible. We're putting these guys on the high ground though. And we can only attack adjacent units or units that we can have a clear line of sight to, because these weapons don't arc upwards. Oh, come on. Tell me the damage. Oh! Oh, wow. Oh, wow. I just wiped out the whole unit in one go. That is really terrible.
Here we go.
We're getting some revenge in. At least. Alright, you can move over here, because you already started on the river, so you can go into the corner and charge from up high. There was a 1-star javelineer as well, which I'm not happy about, but I didn't expect them to do that much damage. I really should have put them in this tile. Well, at least we've got a victory, we got some war support, and they will immediately lose some war support.
Open the windows.
Look at that. -8 instant from one recent loss in battle. They have -2 war support over time from declaring an unjust war, -1 war support from proximity state as attacker. From proximity state? Not sure how that works, but our war support is increasing, theirs is going down. We're healing these guys up. And now let's have a look. A man of ambition too, even without soldiers under his control. The one-time commander of the regiment is up to his old tricks. With your backing, his influence has only grown, and he now tries to rule the great city of Dur Kurigalzu by himself. What to do with him? We can assassinate him, and that will be defiant on 3 cities for 10 turns. Stability is not the greatest. Might not be the best. We have money. We could bribe him. His ambitions can be tempered by his greed. We'll think of this as an investment. Yeah, I guess that's the best way for now. I'm not super happy with that, but it's going to have to do. My Mycenaeans now feel differently about me. Those are our close neighbors as well. Now, one thing is, we have a ton of grievances. We're not pressing them. Alright, we can demand this and see if he wants to do that.
Better way. Take it seriously.
You play a dangerous game.
I wonder, did they accept? We're not at war. That's a bit strange that there's no information about that. Alright, so these guys are healing up. I have a feeling... Oh, this army unit is getting up here as well. Alright. Let's have a look at Nineveh. I think we need to grow our army, really, at this point. We need food here, but if we buy a soldier, I think we're going with swordsman. We cannot buy this out. We'll be done in one turn though, so that's okay. Well, we need a frontline unit. We cannot just have javelineers, one swordsman, and a chariot. That just won't do. Alright, so we're moving you up into Nineveh. Alright, now we have Dur Kurigalzu. That is a name that is going to... yeah, that's going to stay hard to pronounce. But that is a must-have. It is a very easy choice. It's going to take some stability away, but it's also going to provide some stability once it's finished, plus 10. So really that would be a free building. It will give us plus 2 faith, plus 3 industry per number of attached territories, and plus 4 industry per adjacent maker's quarter. But up here we can get 16 production, 2 faith and 2 influence. I think that's a pretty easy pick. And anyway, we need to build these things as much as possible until we can move on till the next era. Because this is a unique building, they're really powerful. And so it's best to push them out as much as we possibly can. We already have 2 over here, we have another one over here. Pretty sure we have one, yep, obscured by the UI, but we have another one over there. We have one over here, we have one over here. We have them everywhere. Alright, and these guys are coming close. We're almost to the point of being fully healed up. Now we can attack, or not attack, but we can occupy our fortress on the high ground here. I think that will be beneficial. Still have movement points left, so they can regroup and heal up. And these guys are going to move up over here, I guess. As for this city, we are running low on food, growing in 7 turns, however, and stability is going back up, but maybe there's something we can do here. Not yet, but maybe at this point we should build some walls, some palisades anyway. Bread and Games has been locked by another empire. Ooh, of course, that makes sense. And someone found the wonderful Halong Bay. Alright, so these guys are coming over. If we attack here, they would actually start inside the city. That's crazy. And not acceptable. Right, you're going to occupy this fort. We're going to see if we can start a fight on the next turn from within our city, so that we actually have the benefit of our own walls. And then these guys are going to come in from the back as reinforcements. As for what we're building in Assur, we should probably build something quick and easy, but we need production, and production really needs to jump up. We don't have a lot of rivers in this territory, I guess. Well, we have a river over here, so it will be 1, 2, 3 tiles. Not the most beneficial one. Stoneworks would be okay, I think. Here in this territory we should have plenty of rocky fields and other things like that. We could also go for food, plus 3 food on the harbor. That's not the best, but it's not the worst either. Granary, plus 2 food per farmers, and we will get an additional farmer slot, but we already have a ton of farmer slots. I think this one would be the way to go for now. Right, we need to build 3 more districts, and then we will have another era star. Now we are a little bit behind, but with smart play we can actually stack this up quite significantly over time. And in the late game we should be able to catch up quite a bit. Alright, so now these guys are... Ooh, that's nasty. That is very nasty. They're not actually destroying our territories here, which is interesting, but I think at this point we're going to have to continue with building some more warriors. It's going to take 2 turns. Unfortunately, I still cannot buy this unit out. We can do so now, however, so we are doing that because we need it. And I think at this point, do we want to retreat into the city or no? Probably not. We're definitely going to want to swing this army around again up to the high grounds, and then it's time to push out some more units, I think. They're probably going to have yeah, that's tons of immortals. Ah, what's good against immortals? They're really strong units. These guys need direct line of sight, so they're not as useful as archers, though they're useful in their own way, of course. We do get the high ground, which is useful, but we also need to protect the high ground. So we're going to go with more swordsmen. And then we're going to go with... well, we have Assyrian raiders. They're not exactly great, and again, we're going up against immortals. I think we're going with swordsmen here as well.
Debate and discussion are not the pastimes of the idle, but the actions of thinkers and movers who will touch every aspect of civilization.
Alright, we have philosophy researched. That means we have a +1 city cap. We can now build a research quarter, and we can build the school. That's pretty good. Alright, so we are in for a fight. We are not retreating, this is our terrain. We will start in our city, we will start in our fortress. Our flag is over on this side, we can get reinforcements in from that side. I think we will be in a pretty healthy situation. This looks like a way up and down, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Unfortunately, we will only start with these 2 units, which is not great. I could put them up here, but I would not be able to use them. There's a river over here, we don't want that. We can occupy this high ground, however, with our swordsmen. And we're just going to have to try to survive for a turn without getting wiped out, which is actually harder than it looks. Maybe this was not the best choice. Oh boy. Well, maybe their area of approach will be limited. Oh, they're coming in from the rear as well. I did not expect that. Oh boy. Alright, these guys should hold out for a little bit, but these guys out here are getting hammered. This group is definitely going to die. But we will live to fight another round at least, I think. Because these guys are in their fort, holding out. That looks epic though. This fort, these guys in here, and all the shield walls around it outside. That is really cool. Anyway, it is time to get our guy from the back here. Oh, that is not great. I guess we're moving up to the high ground and just staying in our walls for now this turn. Alright, let's get some archers out here. Now the good thing is we have the high grounds, which means we actually can do some decent damage here. Let's see, 9 to 25, 5 to 25, 34 to 46. We cannot hit these guys because there's stuff in the way. But I think the immortals are the most dangerous ones.
Attack!
So we're going for these guys. We don't have line of sight from up here. And we cannot get around the flank unless we go this way. That's kind of nasty. I don't want to be on the river. I don't particularly want to be here. Oh, these are swordsmen. Ah, that's what I'm not seeing here. Ah, that is unfortunate. I want to redo.
Yeah.
Alright, I was expecting the Javelineers to come in. But I guess, well, we can move them over here, and the warriors will prevent them from getting up here. Though really the warriors would have been better off here or even here. And we cannot move them in. I guess the best way to do it, well, we could bring in... we have a reinforcement over here as well. This guy, but he cannot quite reach it. He's going to have, they're going to have to grab the high ground over here though, and I guess we're bringing in this unit to hold the high ground maybe? At least delay some of these guys from getting up here to my javelineers, because I need them to do some work here. And you are going to keep defending. We are not moving from these walls. Oh, they can attack up this way as well. Okay, I did not know that, but that is terrible. That is not good news. Right. Them spreading out their targets, though, is good. Unfortunately for us, they are capturing our flag. And the guy in the fort is now dead. So we're going to lose this battle, but we're not going to lose the war, at least. Let's see, what can you hit? You can hit that guy. That wipes him out, so that's good. And we are not putting you out over here. We're putting you around in the corner, and then you are moving around to take the high ground and hold it. Or to even attack it down into it, but... I should have done this differently. These guys should have gone to the high ground, and then my warriors should have changed positions here. That's probably going to see me lose my javelineers. Right, we're going to have to do a little attack here so that our javelineers can finish them off on the next turn. Yeah. Yeah, I mishandled that. Now these guys are coming in. Alright, these guys at least are breaking themselves on these walls a little bit. And they're coming in from the river, they're coming in up against the walls, so they're taking damage. And I guess that is my only real... my only real benefit here. I guess we're taking out this guy. What to do here? We could run into their rear and attack them. Wipe them out. But they're going to wipe themselves out against my wall here anyway, I think. Maybe we're going to move this guy into the wall and defend. Just to provide an extra opportunity for these guys to attack, maybe. These guys can definitely go on the offensive, however. They're full health, they can take a bit of a beating, and that will be fine. These guys, I guess, are going to be on the defensive, and that is a defeat, which is unfortunate, but not insurmountable. I just need to get my guys to heal up and also move together. Alright, what are we doing here? We need more units, unfortunately. I guess we're going with another javelineer at this point. These guys are healing up for a turn, and then we have the only game in town. Word has come to you that the annual festival in Assur has added a foot race to the revelries. The short race is most popular among the worshippers and has given you an idea. During this time of peace, there is a danger. The Empire's armies will lose their edge. No, I don't think so. The single race could be expanded into a series of games where rival cities and fighting units send athletes to compete against each other for the prestige. What type of games do you wish to promote, though? Strength, and we can get ferocious. Ooh, that would be really helpful right now. Yeah, we're going for strength. We need all the help we can get in this war. And then we need to have a look at the tech tree and what to research next. Siege tactics would be very good because it adds +1 unit slots for each army, so our armies can become bigger. And in order to get there though, we need conquest, which takes 22 turns. It's a lot. I'm not really liking that. Sailing, trade expeditions, it's okay. Fortifications might be better. Also defensively. It's a dead end research though. But yeah, I think we're going to have to go for it until we can get more science up and running. Alright, let's move these guys over. What do we have in here? We need swordsmen up in here. Maybe move this guy out. And we can move that guy in. And I will send them on the run. And then this unit can still move, and they're going to go over to our warriors over there. Now we have 7 army units. They're kind of scattering. So that's interesting. I think that means that would be a good opportunity for us to build something in terms of infrastructure and get our production up. Now we have a lot of woods over here, so I think it would be a no-brainer to build a lumberyard. As for Assur, yeah, this would be +2 industry on river. That would be +6 industry, because we only have this river over here, as far as I know, in this territory. Well, we have a river over here as well, but we're only... okay, so it would be +8. That's not terrible. Most of these are river related, however. Access science would be good, so maybe that will only take 1 turn, so I think that will be a good choice. We need to keep an eye out on our neighbors as well. Let's start with influence on the plaza here with a pottery workshop, so we can get some more influence to spend. Now, what is going on here?
Your demand, but will prevail in spite of it.
To put it simply magnificent.
Alright, that war support is growing.
Are you interested?
Yes, I'm interested in a non-aggression pact with you guys. Alright, so that means at least that our western border is more or less safe. We have the Aztecs over there as well. And we got a new sovereign neighbor somewhere as well, I think. No, actually that's the only people I know, except the Ghanaians, which I'm not... oh, the Ghanaians are up here. Right. Right, Assur, what are we building? We could go an aqueduct and get some stability. Let's go fishery, +3 food on the harbor. It's not the greatest, but it's fine. I think, let's see, dry grass, dry grass, dry grass. It's a lot of dry grass out here, it's a lot of tundra. Rocky fields, so we could do that and get some extra production. Don't really have a lot of forests, except, well, we have this area over here. We've got forests from there, and all of that counts as well, of course. Stone fields, dry grass, woodlands. Well, let's do lumberyard first, because it's a little bit faster. Unbelievers. What do we want to do with them? Enact, eliminate unbelievers. Start the Inquisition. Sacrifices 1 population to increase stability of this city. Or banish population for money. Do we want to spend 800 influence on that though? I don't think so. Army composition, +1 combat. Oh, we should have gotten this a while ago. Or conscripts, -30% on unit industry costs, and that will help us out in a tight spot. when we need to make more. So
This should improve efficiency and camaraderie, but it'll probably cause a lot of complaining.
these guys are almost fully healthy. Let's go over and disperse this group. Huh, they want to fight. We were definitely winning that one, so that's an auto resolve. Alright, and these guys are coming over again. It's strange to me that they're not taking these territories, because that's originally what the fight was about. But okay. Alright, these guys are running. I guess these guys can move to our flank over here.
You bring your stink here. Open the windows.
And they want to surrender. Their war support is done. There's no terms proposed. The war score will be fully converted to reparation. That's a lot of money. We can not do anything but accept. Well, we can refuse it.
I cannot guarantee your security.
We're not giving you France, but I want you to convert. Everyone needs to convert to our religion. And that means at least we're at peace again, so we can continue building up our infrastructure. And again, production is extremely important. +2 industry on river is pretty good, I think, considering that we have, well, at least 5 tiles with rivers. And then we've got this territory attached, I think. Well, no, we don't. We've got rocky terrain somewhere. Maybe that's not the best one, however. We could do with some more food. We have horses, we could do this for +5 food per horse. And some other food bonuses as well. Belenos will enter the sphere of influence of the Achaemenid Persians. Alright, so that's something to keep an eye on. We need to build 2 more districts, and we can go up to more influence, but that's a lot of turns before we get to that point of influence, though. I guess we can't go up there, but we can go up with this group. And that makes them run again. But then we can attack them with this unit, and now they cannot run a second time. I forgot we were at peace, but these armies are still on my territory. It's freaking me out because I still expected to ransack. Anyway, we can instantly resolve this. Got a victory. These guys are very wounded. But yeah, that's fine. Let's see what we want to do here. Stability is crawling back up. I think that means it's time for another Maker's Quarter. We can get a decent one up here. +14 production. That will be very nice. Alright, these guys are all going to be healing up, preparing for the next big war, which is, I'm pretty sure is going to come. 2 districts, so we're going to build one here as well. And that is definitely going to be a Maker's Quarter. We can build one up here. And do Kurigal Zoo. That is, yeah, that's going to twist my tongue for some time to come. +5 food per horse. +1 food on Farmer's Quarter per adjacent Farmer's Quarter. +1 food on Farmer's Quarter. Yeah, we're definitely going to take that one. It's pretty good. It's pretty powerful. And we have a fair amount of Farmer's Quarters. They will mutually support each other. Once this is done, they will increase on their own, and then we will get +5 food for the horse here as well. Unfortunately, there's no other places left to expand into. We could go and try to make a city out here, but we need 1060 influence. We can get a second iron, however, and that would be okay. Is there anything that we can build over here in a harbor? Yeah, it's not really super beneficial. And there we go, we have another builder star. That means we can advance up into the next era. Alright, you're going to take the high ground here and defend it. And then I guess we're going to keep this army over on our other flank in case something is going to go amiss over there. And we need to build some more things. +1 food per farmers, I guess, will be fine. So a very quick upgrade, but it will improve the effectiveness of our farmers a little bit. We'll do the same in Inua. And Durkuragazul. Stability is dropping just a little bit, but let's go with Palisades. And then we can go up until the next era, or we can wait. But I think we're going to choose now and get up there. There's 2 guys that already moved up. We need to catch up just a little bit. I'm not sure what I want to do. The Byzantines could be nice. They have Varangian guards. They're quite good. We have 2 iron. But with that we could not retreat, so we would need to choose our battles really well. The Franks, the Scriptorum, +3 faith, +5 science, +2 influence per adjacent district. All of that is quite good. +10% influence is also nice, especially as we need a lot later on. They get the Franci Milites. They're pretty good. We would need an additional horse, which is doable. The Teutons, +1 money per state religion follower, +1 science per state religion follower. Our religion is doing well. If this is worldwide, that is significant. And we could build a Kaiserdom for +1 faith per district, +3 influence per district, and +3 faith per adjacent district as well, and counts as a maker's quarter for some reason. And the Teutonic Knights, these are super good. But our religion is doing quite well in spreading. If we go to war, they would probably not get a benefit from proselyte, because the bonus combat strength against enemies with different state religions, well, actually they could believe in us and it could not be a state religion. So technically, even if they do believe in our faith, if the government doesn't support that faith, they would still get the extra damage. So it's a possibility. The Khmer, however, are super nice as well. They get the Barai. They get +3 industry on Maker's Quarters, so that's an immediate boost already. Then they get a +1 industry per population, so this grows over time as well. It provides +5 food. It will provide +2 industry per adjacent river, +1 worker slot on city or outpost. Counts as well as makers as well as farmers' quarters. And their unique unit, the Danvi Gaja. We would need 2 copper for that, which we are not getting. But this one, I've played in a private playthrough with these guys, and the Barai could be very useful. Very strong. The English, +7 food per number of attached territories on city or outpost. It doesn't scale very well, in my opinion. They can build a stronghold. Increases their range by 2 for range units standing on it, so that's kind of cool. +3 combat strength in combat units in or adjacent to the district. Count as farmer's quarter. As a land unit spawn, and they get a longbowman, and they have a really long range and they don't need line of sight to be able to shoot, so they're quite cool as well. Mongols, very offensively oriented. The Umayyads, +5% science per alliance on all cities. Could be good, but we have a lot of warmongering neighbors, it seems to me. The Grand Mosque, however, could be nice. The +3 science per number of attached territories. Well, again, it doesn't scale very well. The Faith is okay. And they have the unique unit as the Haras. We need 3 horses for that, which we do not have. The Norsemen, again, something that is very, offensively oriented. Great food output, though, on the Naust. But I don't think we're going to take them. I'm actually leaning between the Khmer and the Franks for the Faith. The science is also pretty nice. The influence, however, over here, yeah, it scales well. It scales really well. The faith is okay. Could be great for influence. But I think we need production. I think we need to catch up. So we're going with the Khmer.
Wisdom and technical innovation from earlier eras bring humankind new knowledge, and we immediately use it to find new ways to kill each other off. Greater empires build more powerful armies, but brute strength may be defeated by superior innovations. It is brains versus brawn, with ever richer cities as tempting spoils for the victor. For innovation and brute strength, the Khmer present you with sophisticated hydraulic engineering and ballista-equipped elephants. I like it.
All right. So I guess you know what that means. It's time to drop a ton of barais. These guys also still count as a builder society. So they definitely want us to build a lot of districts. But yeah, let's start with a barai. Let's have a quick look. Look at that. Plus 10 food, plus 23 production. That is super good. Alright, I think, yeah, then we're doing conquest, going into siege tactics so we can grow our armies a little bit. There's definitely a lot of war-oriented things here, and that is fine. The Ghanaians now feel differently about me.
Welcome. What do you seek?
Right, they're pleasant. That is good. Yeah, I think we're going to ignore that for now. Let's see if they want to trade more. Yes, they do. Alright, good. Let's keep an eye on everyone. Their war support is growing. Our war support is kind of low. These guys are number 1 on the list here. That might not be a bad idea to go to war with them and slow them down just a little bit by taking some territories. If they declare war on me...
I do not live for revenge.
Yeah.
I could die for it.
Let's see, propose a
Let
refusal.
us step back a moment and think of the greater good.
I am angry, and this does little to appease
Yeah,
me.
he does not want that. We're not paying him 1,200 bucks though. I feel strong enough that we can ignore his demands. Alright, time to drop another barai. Look at that. 10 food, 24 production. Lovely. Over here, 19 food, 23 production. And we can build one of those in every territory. So I might have to be on a bridge, or on a river, I mean.
I offer an excellent proposition.
And I want a non-aggression pact, sure.
And
Okay.
yet,
They're ahead of me as well. They're quite far away, they're not a threat, but it's fine to have a non-aggression pact anyway. Might get an ally. Meanwhile though, our religion is growing again. Which is great, because now we get to choose something that will really allow us to lean into another direction again. We already have +1 faith per population as shamanism, the original tenets. We get +2 stability on river, +1 maximum number of holy sites, which will be standard for pretty much everything we do. The bear not false witness though, +5 science on research quarters. I think that will be the way to go here. Because I feel we're falling behind a little bit on that, because everything takes so long to research. And on their own, most of these research quarters are actually not that great in my opinion. So with this, that will be a useful bonus. And I would have more of an incentive to build research quarters. Pox on the wind. Today the Empire spans many cities. and enjoys a period of peace. However, while citizens worry less about the horrors of war, other fears prey on their minds. The citizens are afraid. The city squares are rife with hearsay. Rumors across the land speak of a terrible malady, laying entire communities to waste, the sufferers bloodied and bedridden. What will you do? We can ignore it, leans towards faith, or we can heed it. We will have lockdown on 3 cities for 10 turns. -10 industry everywhere, but +10 stability. And I think that's just the way to go, because otherwise we might run into even worse things. And that would be pretty bad. Alright. Stability is dropping here a little bit, but these things are too good and I need to make good use of them. I'm building another beret over there. 817 or 1015? I think we're going with the extra production rather than the food.
Are you interested?
We are indeed. The war support is slowly growing, which is annoying. Alright, let's see. Land rights. Communal land, +10 food per number of attached territories in all cities. This is okay. Allows to claim, attach, and merge territories with money instead of influence. That is pretty good as well. The inherited land. Takes takes much more influence than we can currently spend. I think we're going to turn France into a city. It's a little stronghold over here. Hittites turn into Mongols, okay.
15 makers' quarters? At this rate, the entire city is going to turn into an automaton.
Are you interested?
Open borders would be
I
nice.
must ruminate.
Yep, sure. They are very pleasant. Let's see, they're impulsive, adaptive,
Yes, I cannot dispute the benefit in
patron.
that.
Alright, so they do well with independent cities. Master plus 50% money on vassal, okay, and they're inclusive. Yeah, that makes sense. Right, we're going to continue building these berets, even if stability is suffering a little bit. They're too good to let go. Right, and here we are finally finished building the berets, so we need to do something else. We don't really have anything that leads to extra stability, but I think we're going to go with stone walls, since we have an aggressive neighbor to the east. Oh man, really? Again. Here they come again. Just as I said, we have aggressive neighbors.
No negotiations. This is a declaration of war, whether you're ready or not.
Yeah. Hate-filled. It's a good thing I started building these walls, huh? Alright, these guys, I think they're going to fall back to this location right there. So that we have control of that fort, which was really useful in the last war. Alright, these guys are going to move over here as well. We will attack them individually. Huh. That's an interesting bug.
Go this way.
That can't be done like that. Sorry.
Okay, I guess we can't attack anymore. Stability dropping here a little bit, so it would be nice to be able to do something about that, but at the moment I don't think we can. Maybe we should invest in another unit, but it's not the greatest. Let's do stoneworks, get a little bit of extra production going, I guess. Alright, now things are getting interesting. We're getting reinforcements. They are not, however. Huh. And it seems the fort is in neutral territory, which is interesting, to say the least. Might want to put him on the high ground, slot these guys into here. And get these guys, yeah, I guess that's how we're going to have to deploy here. Right. Having the high ground really helps. It sucks that they're in my fortress. There should be a rule or something to prevent that from being the case, because that really sucks. Oh man, the Immortals pack a punch. And I guess our war bonus has gone. Yeah. These guys are going to have to move up to this cliff. That gives us a good chance to attack different units. Starting with those guys over here. Ooh, killing these guys, it wouldn't even kill them. Look at that. Would kill my unit, however. Huh. Right, you're going around the flank, see if you can come from the rear. You're going to have to be on the defensive. Defensive. These guys cannot attack down, so I guess these guys will take this high ground over here. Ooh, wow. The Immortals are crazy. And yeah, these guys are coming up against my Javelineers again. That was to be expected. I kind of want to slot them out with my other warriors. This battle is not going our way. 15 to 30. Yeah, that will be the way to go. You can go up here, which is good. Finish them off. And I guess we are pulling you back to take that territory. And these guys are going to hold the new choke point. I guess there's no real good use for my my chariot here. They just kind of suck against the cavalry, or against the Immortals, the anti-cavalry units. It would be so cool if I could just kind of sneak in and grab that flag with it, but that is not happening, so... I guess grabbing high ground in the city behind walls might give them some defensive advantage. That's just the way it's going to have to be. These guys will have to hold their ground. Ah, they're not attacking. Those guys are attacking. But that was... oh, that was a good defense. And these guys cannot do anything here. Retake your flag. Oh, because we were the attacker, huh? He can't even see these guys. That's fine. They can move over here. Attack down into them. We'll attack from up here. These guys will be on the defensive. Man. I mean, there's no good way to do this. We don't have reinforcements, unfortunately. But they need to be of some use. Yeah, I guess go over here on the high ground and then attack down. Will give them the most benefit. It's also the most defense, because these guys might just attack down into them and that would just suck. And that is a loss. We lost the units, they lost the units. I guess not the worst of outcomes. Alright, we have a unit over here. I guess these guys, I wanted them to fall back, but they can't, so they're just going to have to chill out over here. These guys will have to heal over here. Meanwhile, it seems our faith is really skyrocketing because we're already up another tenet. Let's see. Develop the intellect for alliances on Empire. Per alliance. Well, this actually does not scale up very well. 20 science in the long run is nothing. Plus 15 industry on main plaza. That is actually kind of nice. Plus 10 war support when opponent refuses your demand on relations. Plus 10 war support when opponents breaks an agreement on relations. Yeah. Plus 2 money per number of trade routes. Not super sold on that. Plus 2 influence on commons quarter. That could be cool, but I think in this case we're just going to go with purge idleness for the short-term benefit. Will make all of my cities a little bit better. It seems running into a little bug. These guys are tier 3. Or we are tier 3, they are tier 2, the other ones are tier 1. Alright, so we are dominating, but it seems we cannot move out of this screen. Actually, now we can. Right, well, we could build stone rings. That would be a good benefit to the stability in our city. So that's what we're going to do. Meanwhile, though, we've already been playing for a long time. It's turn 28. And that is way too long. And I think in this case we might have to retreat here. Let's have these guys retreat into the high ground. These guys are going to have to move in. We're just going to finish this turn because we're doing pretty well. I need units. Let's go with another warrior. And over here we've got an non-aggression pact with these guys, but these guys, their war support is getting kind of high. We're going with swordsman. And then we have industrial production. +1 farmer slot on city or outpost per farmer's quarter. That's a lot. Or we could go for money. So basically we could produce food or the other thing in large quantities. Meanwhile though, actually we have enough, we have been having enough influence to turn this into a city for a while now. So that is what we're doing. And now we're building a barai. And we have money, we can buy it out. We're going to buy it out. And they need food. They need food bad. We could help with that. I guess, well, we don't really have farmer's quarters. We've got a maker's quarter over here. But we need food. That's not a lot of food though. We have a river. Woodland and marsh. None of that is particularly great. And I guess we're just going to have to go with the farmer's quarter. And give that a... man, I should have ended it there, huh? Anyway, I guess then we're not doing this turn. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please do leave a like and a comment below if you enjoyed this content and wish to see more. And I will see you guys for whatever video I do next.